Man, I just got off the phone with my 5-year-old, whom I'm currently separated from, because of, unforeseen and unjust circumstances. And if you know my story, you know my story. But anyways, it is 12:05 a.m. And I just had to make this post because, at some point when you've experienced so much pain and grief and rage and exhaustion, you just something snaps in you. Something snaps that says it's kind of like the will to live, the will to thrive just activates in you. And I agree, like it might not happen for everybody. So I'm real, sensitive about the fact that everybody's journey is different, but I'm speaking for mine. And being on the phone with my son, I just, like, I had to activate joy. It is, 9 p.m. where he is, where I am, it's 12 a.m. And he was kind of tired and he was just looking at the tablet and he just kept telling me, you have to look at your tablet. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to talk to you. I want to, I miss you. I'm thinking about you. I love when we look at the tablet together or talk about what we're watching, etc. And it's the way he says it that I'm just like, you are repeating something that the adults around you are telling you. This, just look at the tablet. And I'm like, we both have a tablet, right? Because I have to find a way to engage with him. So obviously I have mine. It's one of the ways I get to interact with him while he's in his escapism mode. And it's the way he says it to me, almost as if he's reprimanding me, like, stop bothering me energy and just pay attention to your tablet. And I'm like, as a mother, like, I know this is not my child's natural way of being, especially not with me. And I know he's tired and there's other things happening, but I know that there's clearly people who are telling him to just be in this virtual vortex and stop being an inconvenience. So me being who I am, if you don't know, now you know. I've been a baby bop since I was a child, And so I just start creating this scenario of someone, me, whose eyes are hurting. I'm like, my eyes are hurting. I can't look at the tablet anymore. So I go into my box of tricks. I pull out glasses. I pull out goggles. And I'm like, I can't. I'm trying everything to look at the tablet, but it just hurts my eyes. And so I was like, you know what? I need to just maybe flip. Maybe I need to do a handstand. Maybe this will help me feel better because I cannot look at the tablet anymore. So that's what I do. I get on my yoga stand, reformer or whatever, where you can just kind of do a handstand with support. And I do that. And I immediately get his attention. He starts smiling now. His energy changes. And I'm like, can you really help? Can you help me count to 3 so I can get on this handstand so my eyes could feel better because I cannot do the tablet anymore. And so he engages. He starts smiling and he goes like, you did it, mama. Like, he's now back with me. He's now back in this bond and connecting with me, knowing that we're not tablet people. No. We are people who physically engage and are present with each other. That's the bond, that's the relationship we've always had. And so we always make the best out of these, circumstances. And so at 12 a.m., I'm over here doing handstands for my son. Then he gets creative because he's an Aries and he's a very active little boy. And he's like, do a cartwheel. Okay, mommy's gonna try to do a cartwheel. I do the cartwheel. I tell him, help me count to 3. He counts me in, coaching me through the process. Ciao, I flop. Hot mess. I haven't done a cartwheel in a while. Okay. And I was like, can you rate me 1 through 5? 5 being the best. How do you think I did? He's like, you did it wrong. And I was like, I did terrible, didn't I? So we're cracking up. We're laughing. We're back in business. Okay. So this is a reminder. And then, the father proceeds to interrupt our connection and then hangs up the phone. So I just say this to say, us mothers who are going through really despicable, co-parenting issues, fuck it. show up for that baby, because that baby is all that matters. Your babies is all that matters. And sometimes you have to do a cartwheel at 12 a.m. Sometimes you have to be baby bop, in your PJs when you rather be sleeping because you're in your moon cycle and you're bleeding and you're just like, it's not it. But for our children, we do that because when we show up and be present with love, regardless of the circumstances that even others try to put you in, nothing could ever compare to a mother's presence, a mother's joy, a mother's ability to transmute negative energy into positive energy. And I've just always been that girl. I'm always going to be Elmo. I'm going to be Barney. I'm going to be Baby Bop. I'm going to show up and do a flip if I have to ensure that my son's vibes are high. Okay? So I encourage you, mothers, to always focus on your joy and your baby's joy, regardless of the circumstances. Peace.